Hello, everyone. It's Tuesday, and I'm so excited. Oh, there it goes. Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm Nancy Yonner, coming to you from the heart of my home, my kitchen. And I am with Love to List and Keller Williams Realty, where I come to you on a consistent basis and I share a little bit of real estate and a little bit of health and home with you. So I'm so excited to be here this week. I have lots to share and to go over with you. Our topic today is actually downsizing, and a lot of people call it right sizing, and understandably so. And I'll talk a little bit about that with you in a minute. So, anyhow, before we get into our main topic today of downsizing or right sizing, I want to give you a little real estate update. I also want to talk to you a little bit about our online events that we have going on for you. So, in terms of real estate, I know I'm probably not the only realtor that you know. And I have a lot of friends and family, neighbors, colleagues that pop in and that I am friends with. And so I know that, oh, hey, Deb, I know that you are hearing it not only from me, but from a lot of people in the industry, and you may be reading about it as well. The real estate market is hot, hot, hot. Now it is spring, it's beautiful out. It's not summer, but it is sizzling hot. And it is one of the best markets that I've ever seen. A matter of fact, in terms of buyers, it's getting a little bit more challenging for them. Buyers had a really good window from about September to last month. There was seems to be like a little lull, or last summer to last month, because we had a shift in the interest rates. And so, but now, even with interest rates are high, comparatively, we are seeing so much pent up demand. There is such a demand out there. So, for instance, we just put on this beautiful Cascades Beauty single family home listed for 773 this weekend. We were on the market for 4 days and we had 70 groups through. So I know you're seeing that online, you're hearing other realtors talk about it. That is a lot. And we had multiple offers, which is great for our sellers. And, we did all the right things to get the house ready for market and prepared, even when the market is great, because we always want to put our best foot forward. So, anyways, so that's what's a little real estate update. And then in terms of what we have going on in some events that Love to List, is just a reminder, the second Saturday of every month, we are doing a home selling seminar, and it is free for anybody. All you have to do is message us and we'll include you in our Zoom invite. Send us your email, and that is chock full of information, really very valuable information that you can use when you're thinking about selling your home. Some tips and tricks of the trade, when to reach out to a realtor, what to look for in a realtor, how to get your home ready for market, how to present the home for market. Just a lot of really good educational, informational session, as well as that's where I am sharing any insights on the lawsuit, the National Association of Realtors lawsuit that a lot of people are asking me questions about. So I'm answering them there, sharing any updates there. So book your calendar if you're thinking about or know of anyone that is thinking about selling now in the next year or so. This home selling seminar that I do every second Saturday is very, very helpful. Okay. So, and then also lastly, before we talk about downsizing or right sizing, is that I wanted to share with you I started a little something this Saturday called Postscript Saturday, and it's a little PS to our real estate week, which basically means we're sharing with you the little extra that we do, a little inside intel, if you will, that we do on a regular basis, and also the value of a realtor. I think that after 35 years, I have some good insight as to the value of a realtor and why a professional realtor can really help you, whether it's buying, selling, or investing, and what you really need to be expecting from your realtor as well. So, really love our postscript Saturdays, a little PS to our real estate week. So, feel free to join me there. We will be cataloging them on our YouTube channel. So, you can go there anytime you want. It's going to be chock full of information on a regular weekly basis for you. So, that's what I have for events and what's going on in the real estate. So, in terms of downsizing, now I'm in the process. Oh, there's my little cat, Foxy. He never comes around when I'm on my live. I am reading this book called Let It Go. I'm really enjoying it. It's by Peter Walsh. It's a New York Times best-selling author, and it's downsizing your way to a richer, happier life. And this is really interesting because I think one of the reasons why people came up with right sizing is because, unlike upsizing has a positive ring to it, right? Downsizing may not so much. So I think that's why people think, oh, right sizing sounds more positive than downsizing. Actually, downsizing to me, I'm not afraid of it. It's something that my husband and I are having lots of discussions about that right now, and so are so many of my clients. Matter of fact, that Cascades Beauty I just told you about, they're downsizing. They're moving closer to their daughter, and they're moving to Richmond, Virginia. And so, it's a real positive for them. And that's kind of where I wanted to start out. There's three main points that I want to talk about when it comes to downsizing. And the first thing is your mindset. It does start with making a decision. And once you make that decision, it really helps propel you forward. But I understand how hard it is to make that decision. And I think one of the ways that can help you make that decision is to twist and turn the corner or the tide a little bit on your mindset, your heart set around downsizing. Downsizing is not a negative. It can be very much of a positive. It can be a new opportunity. It can be lifestyle, a new lifestyle, whether you want a walkable lifestyle in a little town, or you want to go move to a lake, which is what our heart's desire is, or you want to move to the mountains, or just a smaller, less property to take care of. So all of those things can be very positive. I understand it's really hard to let things go and to actually to change our identity, right? Because for me, for instance, I've been in my home for 21 years, and I love our home, and I feel like I'm in a resort when I'm at my home. But it is a bigger home than we need, and I feel like it's kind of served our purpose for that stage in our life. And so I'm having a lot of those discussions with people, and so I know it's not easy. It does come with some challenges, but it can be exciting. I know that we're helping this one woman who has been in her home for over 50 years. And she's actually in the process of moving to downtown Leesburg. And we are helping her with that process. So her home won't be ready until September. And so that's the second piece of this that I wanted to talk with you about, because whether we're talking about mindset or what I'm going to talk to you about now, about the planning and the preparation, the whole important piece that I have found in all the years in talking with people that are downsizing or have had some life situations is that it is a far better situation if you do it a proactive approach versus a reactive approach. And what I mean by that is like my client who's been in her home for 50 years, she's healthy, she knows she could stay where she is, but she has a large home and a large piece of property. However, she is doing a proactive approach. So she's getting herself in a situation where she's downsizing her responsibilities. She's going to live in an area where she can walk to church, walk to a grocery store, and not have to be dependent on driving everywhere. So if you can do a proactive approach, the better. And what I find is it's really hard when people are doing a reactive approach, when they're in, like, something tragic has happened. And I know we can't, there are things that happen that are out of our control, but it's almost like, like proactively taking care of your health so that you can age well. And it's like proactively taking care of your living circumstances so you continue to live well. So that's, proactive versus reactive. So to plan and prepare is far better than, having the unexpected and having to do something quickly. One of the things I found, when you have to do a reactive, you end up throwing a lot of stuff away. You end up giving a lot of stuff away, donating a lot of stuff, versus planning and preparing. You can have a garage sale. You can sell things on Facebook Marketplace. You can ask your family and friends if there's anything that they would want. Get a request list together and just be more proactive. And the other thing that you can do proactively when you have the time is, like my client right now, she's going into one room at a time and making decisions. And there's a system that you can implement. It's a coded color system, and it's where you can have a pile for donating, a pile for giving to a family member, a pile that you're going to take with you, a pile that you want to throw away. So you can be systematic about it and more organized, right? So, and this book talks a lot about that, the how-tos of actually going through the downsizing phases of it. And so, yeah, so this book is really helpful. And then the other thing I wanted to tell you is it's never too soon to reach out for support. So I would say a good time to reach out to your realtor is 6 months to a year and a half out from when you're thinking you want to do something, right? And it's never too soon, because that realtor can help you with the resources, can help you make some decisions about where to go. Speaking of, that is our topic next week, because we're talking about downsizing your current living situation. Well, where are you going to go? And that is something that I know that people are really concerned with, is their replacement home, right? Like their replacement home. So next week, we're going to talk about all the different tips that I can give you in looking for that replacement home and how to do that, because that's what people are concerned, especially when they have a low interest rate and they're going to have potentially a higher one. So I'm going to be talking about your replacement home after you downsize next week. But so it's never too early to talk to your realtor. I also highly, highly recommend a professional organizer. I'm telling you, they are worth their weight in gold. And one of the things that our professional organizer who's on our team helped someone recently, invaluable. I mean, they went through all this stuff in their storage room. And my client said, Nancy, I cannot imagine. I would have never gotten what I got done if it hadn't been for Michelle Wood. Michelle Wood happens to be my personal assistant. However, she's a professional organizer, and she does help our clients as well as her own to get things moving in the right direction, especially when you're trying to get, a 20-year-old house full of stuff and your house ready for market. So Michelle does a beautiful job, so important, so helpful, because you need help making these decisions oftentimes. And that's really half the battle, right? Because we get so attached to our things. We have so many memories, that we surround ourselves with. So you want to have the right mindset. You want to have a proactive approach versus reactive. You want to reach out to support. And then also, I do want to encourage you to involve your family. Don't try and go at this on your own. And don't also, one of the things that I see in a reactive scenario is the kids are coming to me and like, Nancy, please help us. We got to get our mom into another situation. Or, when it's too late and then the kids are having to deal with a house full of stuff and there was nothing prepared or planned for the kids, it's really hard. So the earlier you can bring the kids on and make it a family affair, in my professional opinion, based on my years of experience, the better the scenario, the better the downsize, the right size can go for you. So it's a lot to take in. I know it's emotional. However, it can be an exciting time in one's life as well, because there's a lot of relief, when you're letting things go and creating new space and creating a new lifestyle and kind of transforming your lifestyle, especially when you can do it proactively. Now, last week I talked about, excuse me, I'm going to get a drink of water. Um, ah, Thank you. So last week, I have these resources of all of these communities where they're 55 and plus. Well, I am going to be putting together another resource that I think is really important. So I'm going to put the 55 plus community resource guide together that is already there, but along with that, I'm going to have a resource guide that has all the different junk removal companies that we use, the moving companies that we use, the estate planning company that we use, some good resources on where to sell your items, whether it's the restore, I mean, to give your items, whether it's the restore or to sell your items at the thrift stores, or there's the one right off Route 7. And so it's going to be really valuable. I'm trying to think who else is in there. Oh, and then estate. I think I mentioned that. So that is something that we're working on. We should have probably in the beginning of May for you, and so you can have both the community guides for 55 plus if you need it, and the resource, one or both together. It doesn't matter. So I just think that this can be daunting and overwhelming. However, it doesn't have to be. And the more that you can get a jump start on it, the more that you can, look into a professional to help you and guide you, and so that you can be prepared and planned and make it more of a positive experience versus, a reactive or a negative one, the better. So I hope that you found this helpful. And like I said, next week we are going to be talking about, okay, if you're going to downsize and you're going to go to one of these communities or what have you, looking for that replacement home, how to purchase that replacement home, where to go in a replacement home. Are you going to stay in the state? Are you going to go out of state? We have a lot of realtor partners across the United States. I've just given out like 3 referrals, one to Roanoke, one to Traverse City, Michigan, and then one to Delaware. So we can be a resource for you. That's one of the things that I love about this business, is being a trusted resource for you. So we look forward to seeing you next week. I hope you found this helpful. If you have downsized and it was positive or not, please share the experience. Let us know what's going on with you. Or if you're thinking about downsizing, let us know how we can help you. And then in the meantime, certainly thumbs up, lots of love, and keep smiling. Okay? All right. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.